everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Get Low. I'm Joe.
I'm AA Ron.
Feels good to be able to do that again. Last week was a little different because we just had our first live show, so we had to be a little all over the place. But this one, we're back to basics. We're back to the good old stuff. So we're going to start this out right. AA Ron, how you be doing, BB?
I be doing good, BB. How are you?
Be doing good. Be doing good. You want to tell the people what happened, why you sounded so egregiously loud last week and what we found out in moments before recording?
Wait. Are you blaming me?
This man had his mic turned up to 11.
Okay, to be fair, that's how we always did the podcast, and it was fine, and I just never thought to change it. So
That's fair. That is fair. I will give you that because usually I can adjust you accordingly and go through a mix and match. This is a little different. But welcome everybody. Glad we're able to do this. Second one in. Let's catch up on some. Now he's very quiet. Well, that's fair. I'll turn him up a little bit. Here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and catch up on some chats real quick. We got some emotes, some hello emotes from Batgirl Sky. Welcome. Sunayon, the Mr. Mod, God Mod himself, Assad, Mr. Corleone dropping in all them thick emotes. And Technofrost, first time chatter. Howdy. Caught him over at Trent's stream. If you are watching right now, I'm Trent Starr, phenomenal dude. Hit 200 followers today, which is great. Fantastic, and his sub goal, so I'm proud of him. So big W's in the chat for him. Nanner Suit Luke, Alexa, play My Sacrifice by Creed. Damn. I guess the only thing I can follow up to that is, are you okay? This is the man's from the going away birthday party. Holy shit. Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
That's me.
Jesus. Well, I'm glad everybody can be here. Before we really get going, I know we got 7 viewers in. Invite your friends, because for those of you who don't know, if you look down there on your channel, if you're watching on desktop, or down there if you're watching on your mobile, we hit 100 followers. So I had to read a list of some people who followed afterwards as well. But we hit 100 followers, and then today we had some off-stream followers, Nazareller, Tex-Mex Racer, Hanny Banani, and It's Token. Thank y'all for the follows. If you haven't hit the follow button, definitely do so. We're cruising, baby. We're gonna be hitting 200 by the end of the month. Let's do it. I think we can hit 200 by the end of the month. Is that far-fetched?
Absolutely.
Is that far? I don't think it's far-fetched. I think we could do it. Dad core for the win, baby. But yes, hello, good sir. That's right. Dad core for days.
That's a good way to start off, because I would really like to know, if you hear the word dad core, what do you think of? Because I'll give my 2 cents real quick.
Go ahead.
When I think of dad core, I think of Bullet for My Valentine. or like what's that fucking band called? I don't remember the band, so I'm just gonna continue. But yeah, Bullet for My Valentine. It's like older metalcore that like people in the generation above me listen to. They're like, oh, that's screamy stuff, like Bullet for My Valentine.
So I have to make a notion here. I was just told you need to turn up a little bit.
Okay, I'll turn up.
Yeah, but I disagree with Bullet for My Valentine, because they resonate with early metalcore. Dadcore to me, or dad rock, is like Puddle of Mud, Nickelback, Creed, probably some like Rev Theory, some Theory of a Dead Man. Yeah, that's what I would say is dadcore, or dad metal, or dad rock. I should say dad rock.
I was gonna say how do I sound, by the way, Sam? Do I sound good? Sound better? Down, up?
Yeah, you're right there with me. You're hitting with me right now, so you're good.
All right. He's a dad core.
Yeah, dad core, exactly.
That's not okay. Dad core to me means
dad core is his umbrella.
Okay. So there's dad rock, dad metal, and that's all under dad core.
Yeah.
Is how you're okay.
Yeah.
When I think of metalcore, I think of one specific genre. So you had me confused there for a second.
I mean that's fair. That is fair. I need to catch up on some chats here real quick. And also, if you're listening right now, afterwards, if you're listening on Anchor or Spotify or iTunes, first of all, thank you. But second of all, check us out live twitch.tv/thick cuts, Wednesday nights, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Make sure to jump in and have some fun. We're going to read some live chats real quick. Technofrost, I will get that fixed momentarily. Thank you for that heads up there. Sam, if you wouldn't mind grabbing the Discord links, that way we can get these fun folks in here. Let's see. Trent Starr. Yes, I heard you were hyping me up. Yes, I was. If you haven't checked him out, I'm going to hype him up some more. Twitch.tv/I'm Trent Starr. Make sure to go follow him. He hit the big 200 today. He also blew past his sub goal today. Chat was lit. It was amazing. He was cracking off. I mean, and he was rocking that sweet, sweet merch, which, I mean, chef's kiss. But we're going to be getting to that in a moment on some more merch. Let's see. What do you mean? Bullet for my Valentine's slaps my pee-pee, bro. Pee-pee. Super good live at Mayhem Fest. Yes. Well, I mean, I agree. They're fantastic. Their newer stuff is not my flavor, but the old stuff, I mean, like Tears Don't Fall. They crash around me.
But like in the same breath, okay. I'll be honest, I didn't like Bullet for my Valentine's newest album. And I maybe this is going to create some controversy, but I lost a lot of respect for them when they did Tears Don't Fall Part 2 and absolutely were horrible on it.
Yeah, you can't. Okay,
you can't do that.
There's very few like artists, movies, shows that can be successful in doing a sequel. And when I say there's very few, I mean like we're talking like sub 5% of the general pop. Like, it's not happening. Just
like
don't do it.
Like Pierce the Veil has not done a King for You Part 2 yet, and if they did, they'd get a lot of shit.
I think one band I can think of who's done a great job, and they've done a saga, is Escape the Fate.
Well, but that was different. That wasn't. They didn't take the same title of the song and
they did
Part 2. Each song had a different title, and then in parentheses it was, what is it called?
I'm looking it up right now. I don't remember the name of it, but I know. Hang on.
I'm saying each song had a different initial title.
Okay, so I'm looking at their albums right now. Let's go back a little bit. So we have.
And then Falling in Reverse did the last one.
Let's see. All right, we got Ungrateful Deluxe.
It's not. That was the one after they finished it with Escape the Fate.
Where was the first one? I remember the
first one was their first album.
Was it the Guillotine?
Yeah, Guillotine. So they'll have the Guillotine in the parentheses, but each song
and then
is
Aftermath
a completely different song.
But like no, I still say that's a sequel, because even though it's not necessarily the title, like look at the Matrix. The Matrix was going to be like, yeah, this is Reloaded.
Okay, but at the same time, there wasn't a whole lot of connection between those songs. Ronnie Radke went out and did a fourth Guillotine on his own without Escape the Fate's permission because he started it. So there's no connection. They all sound completely different.
But that's different. We're talking about in band. We know. Do we really want to go down this path about Ronnie Radke again?
No. But I'm still saying that I hold by my opinion that every single song sounded different. It was all in a different era, each one. Now, in Bullet for My Valentine's case, yes, they were different eras, but they kept the same title. They said Tears Don't Fall Part 2 and left it at that.
I think this is a great moment to say we agree to disagree.
Okay,
because we're not going to come up with an answer on this one.
Diary of Jane Part 2.
Let me catch up on the rest of the. You fuck off. You fuck right off.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I respect. I got to catch all the way up here. Glad he started this conversation. Fucking legend, bro. Some emotes. Yo, with a Slipknot. What up, player? Can I have an emote like this? Give me a nanner right now. Yeah, start your own Twitch channel and then hit affiliate and then make a nanner emote. Winner, chicken dinner. What's good, old friend? How we doing today? Hope y'all are well. We are doing well. We are doing very well. I think, Aaron, now is a great time to go ahead and discuss the giveaway. We have 11 viewers. Now I'm going to ask a favor of the viewers of the show, if you would not mind. if you wouldn't mind taking that little Twitch link, twitch.tv/thick cuts, and posting it in some discords with your friends, posting it on your social media if you feel so inclined, that you enjoy the show so much you would like to have people come watch with you and watch these two heathens discuss music and also potential further future guests. Please, by all means, please do so. Fine, I'll just take my Amazon Prime sub somewhere else.
That's not very nice.
That's mean. But invite your friends in. Let's get chat blowing up tonight, because we are doing a giveaway. We've hit the big 100. We're cruising to 200. And with the insanity that we've had in the last week, I've said this Monday night, I've said it last night, I'm gonna say it again tonight. This is the 7th day that the stream has been live. Let's see. Actually, no, I take it back. Saturday. Well, no. 8th day. Wow, it was all right. I love you too, boo boo. The 8th day that we've been live, we are already at 105 followers on Twitch, and we've already hit affiliate in 8 days. Whew. I don't see why by next Tuesday, which is February 1st. So if you're listening right now, this episode just came out the day before, but by all means, go follow the show. By next Tuesday, 150 follows. I think it could happen.
Easily. We got this.
And so I am calling on the Thick universe. I'm calling on the Get Low universe. I'm calling on all the baddies out there, and the 6'2" dripping with just pure, I'm talking just nasty positivity. Why'd you send me a snap, Aaron?
Oh, I just sent it to a bunch of people. Sorry.
All you just gorgeous human beings out there, take that link, share it to your friends, any discords you're in, tell people to get in here, make the viewer count go up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go and start this giveaway. Now, right now, it is 9:12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:12 Eastern. I'm going to go ahead and type into the chat. This is the command for this giveaway rules. There'll be 2 giveaways tonight. Okay. There it is. There's 2 giveaways tonight. The rules are this. Number 1 entry per person unless you're a Discord or a chat champion. I'll go over that real quick. Discord champion is either you boosted the server or you're level 20 in the server. Chat champion is you've either gifted subs to the channel, you've given biddies, or you what was the other one? Let me go look at it. Whoops. Man, I'm all over the place tonight. Donos gifted subs or bits to the show. That's what it was. Makes you a chat champion. If you are a chat or Discord champion, you get 2 entries if you decide to enter into the giveaway. Now, here's what's even more fun is for number 2, you must be present at the time of the giveaway spin. What that means is when we do the spin, which we're doing for the first one in the middle of the show, for the last one at the end of the show, you need to be here to be eligible to receive your gift. If we call your name and you're not in chat within like a couple minutes, we got to go roll it again and give it to somebody else, because the show must go on. So we want everybody to have an equal chance to win. Just be present in the channel. That way you're here to be able to get you your shirt. And then also, if you have won once within the night of giveaways, you're not eligible for other similar prizes. What does that mean? Tonight we're doing shirt giveaways, t-shirt giveaways. The big Get Low symbol, it looks great. Actually, Big Daddy Joe in the Discord, if you're not in there right now, hop in there, go take a look. He was modeling it. He got his in. It looks fat, giant Get Low on the front. It's a super comfy shirt. Get you one, absolutely. Since we're doing 2 of those tonight, if you win the first one, you're not eligible to get into the second one. But if we have a night, well, let's say we do a t-shirt giveaway and then we do a bundle pack where we have like a hoodie, a t-shirt, a mug, some slippers, then you can hop in and for the second one as well, because it's a much larger giveaway. So everybody has an equal opportunity to get into that one. But all I need you to do in the chat, Nightbot is ready. Nightbot is hype. Nightbot is prepared. I need you to type in the chat, !giveaway, !giveaway, to be able to enter into the giveaway tonight. Go ahead and start that up now. and I'll see it coming on in.
You said giveaway rules first.
Exclamation point giveaway.
Okay.
Giveaway rules is to show you all the rules. So exclamation point giveaway.
Oh God.
Let me see. All right. If Techno Frost and 176 Corleone could do that again, please. Let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. If Corleone, actually, you know what? Okay. Corleone's in now. If Techno Frost, if you could do that as well. Thank you.
There we go.
That's what I needed. All right. Keep the entries rolling.
While they're coming in, Joe, I ordered like every piece of merch that we have, and I was told it was going to be here today, but it's not, or else I would have worn it so everyone could see it.
You'll wear it soon. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go get that server boost real quick. Hey, I appreciate it. All right. So while that's happening, we got a few things we're going to talk about tonight. A couple things that we're going to go over together. We are definitely going to get to that. Slipknot, not to worry. Promise we're definitely going to cover that because they were bangers.
Absolutely.
So what I need is Aaron.
Yes, sir.
You said you had some stuff you want to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Our lovely mod Sam also had a suggestion in the chat. I think we talk about the suggestion first because it's probably going to go pretty quick, and get some thoughts on it, and then we'll go over to yours, and then we'll discuss these songs, and somewhere in the middle we'll go ahead and do the first giveaway and then start the second one.
All right, sounds good.
Remember, if you'd like to enter into the giveaway, exclamation point giveaway into the chat, and I'll see it pop right on through over here. All right, sir, let's get this rolling.
So Sam in our Discord kindly pointed out, and I was going to bring this up, but I'm glad he did because it reminded me. When We Were Young Fest has a third day announced. Now, this could mean one or two things right off the rip. Number one, they're selling tickets like crazy, which we kind of already know, right? Number two, it might be kind of legit. Who knows? But a third day means they're selling tickets like crazy, which could be a good or a bad thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. So I want to, first of all, I want to say this. Thank you, Drew, for gifting a sub to Mr. I'm Trent Star. So welcome. For some reason, the Streamlabs is not updating. I don't know why, but, we'll make sure that goes through in just a moment. So, okay. I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
I think it's a good thing, and here's why I think it's a good thing. So when you had all those bands packed into one day, you can't begin to expect all those bands to be able to either have A, good sets, or B, everyone be happy because they saw everybody they wanted. There's no chance in all. There's no chance at all for that happening, really. If you have that many bands packed into one day, even if there's rotating stages, I mean, like if you looked at the time slots, it was like pop, 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 pop. They were one right after the other because as rotating stages, we're going to roll the next band in. Boom, there's the next band. They're playing. They're ready to go. There's no way you're going to be able to catch all the bands you want to see.
Well, that's not changing. No, Joe, you misunderstood. They're doing the same day 3 times.
Ew.
Yeah, no. I thought that too. When they announced the second day, I was like, okay, they're splitting it, right? Some bands playing the first day, some nope. They sold out the first day, created a second day, sold that out, and then sold out the third day. It wasn't like a normal festival where Motionless in White's playing this day, Sleeping with Sirens is playing this day. It is all the bands are playing all 3 days.
Ew. I feel bad for the bands then.
Yeah. And another point that is important to bring up, and I don't have the tweet pulled up right this second, but the drummer for Ice Nine Kills retweeted that third day announcement, and his exact quote was, "I'm really confused, but okay." Because now all these bands, and they say it's the same lineup all 3 days. You got 2 days on one weekend, and then the following weekend it's another day. And they somehow said that every single band is confirmed for all 3 days. That is sketchy.
But how though? Like,
that's the thing.
Don't these other bands have tours and stuff going on?
I mean, I'm sure we could look up some of the bands to find out, but I'd be willing to bet yes.
Like that would be my concern, is like, these bands, how do these bands not have tours?
I mean,
how are these bands going to be on tour and doing 3 days in the same place? They're going to have to restructure their tours all over the place, or some of those bands aren't going to be playing.
Yeah. And even Ice Nine Kills drummer was like, yo, what? So how many other bands are in that same position?
Yeah.
That
worries me.
I think it was Sam that said earlier it was looking more professional or more doable or something like that. Sam, in my opinion, I don't think so. I think they just made it worse. I think they just invited a whole lot more of a clusterfuck to take place in Vegas. And a lot of confusion.
Wait, are you seeing Sam's message somewhere?
I thought Sam had said that in the Discord.
He said didn't know it was the same show 3 times instead of the 3 separate days. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, copy and paste every single day. And somehow all the bands supposedly committed to that and signed contracts. I don't buy it. Sorry, I don't.
Like,
maybe My Kim and Paramore knew about it, because here's the thing I was thinking about. I'm like, maybe they knew it was going to go this way all along, or they at least knew that they were going to have 2 days all along since the beginning, right? But the third day, I don't know. But it seems like they've planned all this in advance. It seems like, oh, we're going to be the next biggest emo music festival and everyone's going to buy tickets. So just all these bands, just prepare to be here 3 days. But from what Ink's drummer said, I doubt it. I don't think that conversation happened.
Like, okay.
Techno Frost said the check must be pretty damn good, or pretty damn big. I'm assuming you mean for the bands.
It has to be.
It has to be insane.
3 days. Okay, first of all, let's break this down real quick. 3 days. So the same set, 3 days back to back to back. Which in the grand scheme of things for the fan, that's great, because that means you'll be able to see the bands that you want to see. However, go back to my separate point. How do we know those bands are all going to be there every single day? Because if they have
promised it,
yeah, if they have, I mean, they had to have,
right?
But then you look at it from the band's perspective. That's 3 days in the desert that you're performing in the hot sun, barring any weather, barring any, insane heat. And you're hoping that also these stages run smoothly. I mean, like,
and Sam, confirm for me. I'm pretty sure I'm right on this, but it's not back to back to back. It's 2 days back to back. And then the following weekend, there's the third day. I don't think all 3 days were right consecutive with one another.
I just don't understand how they expect to do that. Like,
they're making a lot of promises right now.
No kidding. Like,
and you have, okay, and this is another interesting point. Black Veil Bride's official Twitter today or yesterday posted saying this big defensive paragraph about this festival, saying it is real, it is not a scam, it will be fine, and we've played so many festivals exactly like this one, so we know it's going to be okay. I love Black Veil Brides, but bro, you have never played a festival like this. I don't care who you are.
What fucking festival are they playing where they're playing 3 days in a row, the exact same set at the exact same time?
Yeah, Sam said correct. It's October 22nd, 23rd, and 29th. Holy shit, they put a week in between the second and third day and said
So
all
you're
the bands
telling
was
me
gonna show up.
so okay, let's go back to the tour question real quick. So you're telling me that now they're expecting these bands to go play for 2 days, go probably tour, and then fly them back out to play another day? What?
Nah, bro. Nah, come on. And
Okay.
I've
Hang on. Let's put this into perspective here. Let's put this into very, very specific perspective, because I know what. So we're going to use that one festival as a reference point here, because the reason we're going to use that one is because I know what went into getting each individual band there. Okay. So for a band, if they are on tour, right, they could be literally on the opposite side of the country at this point. So this one's taking place in Las Vegas. So let's say they're in Massachusetts. Okay. When they are in Massachusetts, if they have a tour date there, so let's say on October 29th, this one particular band has a tour date on the 28th in Massachusetts. Then the next tour date is going to be in Las Vegas. Then they've got to go back and finish that tour out. So it could be, New York or wherever. That band, the promoter, now has to pay for that band to fly in with all their gear, pull them around, like go get them vehicles, get them transportation from the airport to the festival. 9 times out of 10, they're going to have a private trailer for them to be in. So you're going to have them there in that private trailer with all their gear. They're going to go up on stage. They're going to play. They're going to expect to eat. They're going to expect to have drinks. Then once they're done playing, they're going to get off. They're going to go to their merch tent more than likely, or they might have a meet and greet or something. If they don't have a meet and greet, they're going to get back to their trailer, change clothes, get all their gear loaded back up, get back to the airport, and hop a flight to get back to the East Coast. Do you understand how much money that is? That's an asinine amount of money. Now, I understand each individual ticket is anywhere from range of what, $299 to $499?
To 12,000. Remember VIP?
Oh yeah, up to 12,000. That's right. Like, I'm dumbfounded. Like, even if like not everyone's gonna be buying VIP tickets here.
Mm-mm.
And let's not forget that if something goes wrong, let's say those VIP members don't get the VIP experience they were promised, because we know that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's $12,000 gone. Because in a contractual agreement of a receipt like that, good and well, a $12,000 transaction gonna have something behind it, gonna have some paper behind it. Like, we guarantee this is gonna happen. I don't want to hear none about no refund bullshit. If someone's got 12,
happen.
If someone's got 12, let's just say a party of 4 goes, 48 grand right there, VIP, 48 grand. If someone's dropping $50K to go to a festival, I guarantee you right now, that person's also going to have a nice contractual agreement saying, all right, I just dropped an entire purchase of a brand new sports car in your lap. Let's go ahead and make sure that this is what I'm getting.
And if they don't get what they're expecting to get, they have money to take that shit to court.
That's exactly right.
And, I was just looking, I can't find any right offhand right this second. But let's not, so some bands might be touring, right? They're going to have to juggle their tour schedule around this. But imagine if they're touring overseas. Bring Me the Horizon is from fucking England. Bro, how the fuck is Bring Me the Horizon gonna say, all right, yeah, we'll come to Vegas for 2 days, we'll stay in America for a whole week, and then we'll play another day? Thank you, Technofrost. I'm very interested to see what you find.
I don't understand it, man.
That's why when
VIP Cabana is 10 tickets, so technically 1,250 a piece. Okay. That's still 12 grand. Even if it's 10 people, that's still 12 grand.
Okay, I misspoke there.
I'm getting a list of the tour dates now for the bands. Yeah, please do. Please do.
Find me where Bring Me the Horizon is going to be during that week. I'm very curious to know.
and yes, to Anna's point, yes, it's going to be like a somewhat legit fire festival. That's exactly right. If it's legit. Now, I'm not one for conspiracy theories in most senses. Like, yeah, there's some out there that I'm just like, little noggin scratch, little beard scratch on it.
Hmm.
But we are still talking about Live Nation being the one who is handling the business behind this. And there have been multiple, and I mean multiple, counts of legal teams letting information slip that Live Nation is only putting this on in hopes to recoup all the expenses they lost from Astroworld. Now, you have a festival where all these bands on said festival, it's called the When We Were Young Festival for a reason. Nostalgia sells. It's just like sex. It's going to sell every single time. If you pull on the heartstrings, it's all about affinity, baby. You pull on those heartstrings and someone's going to crumble.
And granted, they did it right. You put Paramore, My Kim, and Jimmy Eat World on a headlining festival in Vegas, it's going to fucking sell.
Yeah, like, no, Techno, exactly. You're exactly right. Let's make it up the profits. Exactly. It's going to sell. You're exactly right, Aaron. It's going to sell.
How much money did, I want to know this. If this is public knowledge, how much money did Live Nation lose on Astroworld as a whole? And they're probably still not done losing money.
I'm curious. Let me see if I can find it.
Because that would make sense. And, you know, that would make sense why everything moved so quickly. The bands didn't know about it. They said, oh, shit, we're about to go under. We need to do something. Let's go to a whole different genre. Let's switch it up a bit. Maybe, like, keep our head down and try to regain some of this shit. I mean, look, I've seen all the Twitter posts. The whole, oh, everyone needs to stop giving this festival shit. They need to stop complaining and just be happy that we have live music with a great lineup. It's like, I'm sorry. No. I got ass fucked by a festival once already in the last year. I don't want to see a bunch of kids get
holy shit.
Okay, here we go.
Live Nation Entertainment was sued for $2 billion by hundreds of people who were in attendance at Astroworld. On top of that, their stock took a 5.4% loss after Astroworld. Yeah, they're fucking hurting for money, my guy.
So to go back to a previous comment, yes, the bands are getting paid very good.
I don't even know if the bands are going to be getting paid at all.
Why the fuck would they do it then? You have every fucking scene band on this fucking list.
But not all of them knew. So, okay, I also want to point this out real quick. I also want to point this key nugget of information out real quick. One of the bands, I don't remember who it was, or someone, I saw somewhere in the Twitter sphere, if you will. Someone was saying that, and I wish I'd fucking saved it, but they were saying that it's common for bands who have promoters, for bands to not know what shows they're playing because the promoters are taking care of all this stuff and they just say, okay, go. That's bullshit, because bands know where they're playing in advance. When they're getting ready to announce a tour, or if they're getting ready to announce just a simple run of shows, or they're hopping on a couple shows somewhere, or whatever it is, these bands are going to know in advance because they're going to be promoting it on their social media accounts. There is no way in hell or high water, and I've worked with promoters directly. I've been a promoter directly. I've been managed by companies before playing music. There is zero, I mean zero way that these bands did not fucking know about that. And if they didn't know about that and their manager didn't fucking tell them, that means their manager's in on it too, because he's stealing some money and I'd be checking his pockets real fucking fast, because that person is not actually in it to help you make sure you're getting the best for your buck when it comes to your tour. That person is currently just trying to run everything off the rails, making sure just telling you, hey, monkey, go play on the fucking stage. That is not good. That is not good business. And if that is how these bands are doing business, then all that shit's doomed. You don't send a fucking band out for nothing.
I don't think that's the case, though, because, you know, it's been more than one band that has been like, oh, I'm confused by this information. Okay. I really don't think all of a sudden band managers and promoters have become shitty at their jobs. Correct. I think this has to do with the festival. I don't think Ice Nine Kills manager screwed the band and was like, oh, I just forgot to tell you about this big festival.
Exactly.
That didn't happen. And if it did, Ice Nine Kills themselves would not be tweeting about it. They would keep it internal and handle it. That's
exactly
I mean, that's the vibes I get.
I just
Thick
don't
Cuts record label.
I just don't understand how someone thinks that a band would just let that happen. When Thick Cuts record label all day, baby, all day. I just don't understand how people actually believe that these bands just, you know, like this wouldn't be something these bands would know about. Like some of the bands I think were contacted for sure.
Yeah, like Black Veil Brides, because they're
Correct.
defending the shit out of it.
Correct. There was another band, I think it was We the Kings. I think Travis came out and said, we've known about this for a while.
My
And
Chemical Romance wouldn't be promoting it if they didn't know about it for a while.
correct. Like if the bands, I think some of the bands knew about it. I think a majority of these bands didn't fucking know about it.
Yeah, I think they had just enough bands know about it to where they could defend the platform.
Yeah.
And on top of all that shit, right? So, all right, we've talked about record labels before. We've given our opinions on them. I'm taking this at a whole nother angle. How much of a conniption fit would these record labels be having, knowing this shit is going down with their bands?
Oh, dude. Oh, it would be a fucking storm, bro.
Fearless Records. Okay. Fearless Records gets an email that says 90% of their roster is all of a sudden on this festival. I'm just saying, and that's where it's confusing, because I feel like we would have heard more about it by now. Where the record label's like, oh shit, we didn't know about this, but they're paying us real good, so it's okay.
Okay, let's go down the rabbit trail real quick. And let's go down this rabbit trail, and then we got to do the giveaway.
Right, okay.
So let's go down the rabbit trail for a second. 2020. Okay, let's start in 2020. March of 2020. What happened?
The world went to shit.
The world literally stopped. Bands were not making as much money as they could from streams.
Right.
Bands make a lot more money on the road from playing shows with guarantees and also merch sales. Then, what happens if they're not making money? The labels aren't making money. These labels they owe money to aren't making money. Because if your musicians aren't making money and they're not bringing in profit, and their day job is literally to go out on the road and play music, where's the money coming from? So, 2021, things start picking up a little bit. We're back to 50%, I'll say.
A little bit more violence than 2020, but yeah.
A little bit more violence. Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone was pent up. A lot of horny people. A lot of horniness that makes you do weird things.
Horny people in cornfields.
That's how you make children of the corn. Hey! I'm out. Good night. But 2021, these bands start playing shows again. Some of these shows get shut down. A lot of festivals got shut down. A lot of these bands started disbanding. Members start leaving. Why? They're not making money.
Record labels aren't making money. Festivals aren't making money. Venues aren't making money. Musicians aren't making money.
So let's just say hypothetically for a second, we've already given our point on record labels. Go listen to that episode if you haven't. We know how we feel about record labels. They're not needed. In today's day and age, all you need is a video camera, a YouTube channel, access to the internet
account.
Yeah, TikTok account, access to the internet to be able to upload some music every once in a while, and then book your own fucking shows. At most, you need a manager if you need that.
We could go talk about record labels for hours.
We could. That's the brief synopsis, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But we do go in depth, so definitely go listen to that episode. But you look at it from that standpoint of, okay, let's just say if these record labels are out to fuck people over, which I really hope they're not, if these record labels are out to fuck people over and fuck these bands over, then maybe, hypothetically, potentially, Live Nation contacted these labels. And they're in cahoots with them. And these labels said, fuck it. Put 90% of our roster on your fucking show. You pay us a big paycheck out of this. You're getting a bunch of money. You just pay us. Pay us directly. Don't worry about the bands. We'll take care of them.
I could see how that would look good on paper to a record label like Fearless. But like Warner Records with
it doesn't fucking matter.
But no, I'm going somewhere with this, okay? I definitely think that is a possibility. I think it's a little bit of a reach to say that they're in cahoots, but I do think it's possible for select record labels for it to go down that way.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. I think select record labels would be the ones to be like, oh, this is a great money-making opportunity. Fuck it, let's full send this.
Because if you look at this roster, how many record labels do you think are on this roster? At least 15, maybe?
Easily.
But if you notice something, how many bands on this lineup are unsigned or
independent?
Self-sufficient. Yeah, independent. Almost zero. I don't think there is any.
I would say a couple of them.
You think?
Yeah. A Day to Remember is. ADTR is under their own record label.
Okay, so we found a case where a band knew about it a long time ago. I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of pattern that if we spent hours analyzing it, we'd be able to figure out.
We could go down every single possible trail with this thing. I mean, it really boils down to this: is they are. I just don't understand where the jump off is for this. Like, these fans who are going, this is fan service, fan catering 101. Like, and if it's real, then great. Awesome. If you're a fan, you're about to have a great time. If you're in a band, you're about to have a really shitty time. Especially if you're playing like 40, 45, 50-minute sets in the desert. I'm just genuinely curious as to how much money they're actually going to be able to pay out to get these bands to fly back for that extra day. Like, why not just do it in a row? Why not just have it all lined up in a row, nice and pretty?
Oh, because that would take place in the middle of a work week, and that wouldn't sell as much. Shut the fuck up. You would sell just as many tickets. Like, bro, and this festival is not just appealing to people on the west side of the country. There are literally people as far away in America as possible, or possibly even overseas, that are buying tickets to this festival.
Yeah.
And something I found out today, you have to pay $200 just to get on a wait list.
Are you serious?
Dead ass.
$200
to get on a wait list, and you're not guaranteed a ticket.
It's
unclear to me whether you get that $200 reimbursed. I'm sure you do, but still. Someone's dropping their fucking life savings. For some high schoolers, $200 is a lot of fucking money, okay? Dropping that on a festival and saying, oh my gosh, I just dropped all this money, I'm definitely going to get a ticket. Nope. I don't know. I don't like anything about this festival. I think that it smells fishy. I don't think it's going to go as everyone thinks it is. And I think the bands are going to start speaking up as we get closer. And I expect to see an HBO or Netflix documentary about this.
I fucking hope so, dude. Oh my God, I fucking hope so.
Interviews from Haley Williams and Gerard Way, like talking about.
Could you fucking imagine? Oh my God. That would be legendary. Like, I hope, like, part of me hopes that this isn't real, just for the factor of being able to watch it later and be like, yo, we talked about that shit. But like, part of me hopes it is real for the band's sake, because I know when you're a band and you're going through that shit, like, a lot of people can really fuck you up real fast and throw your name through the mud saying like, oh no, this is bullshit. Like, no, this could go really bad for some bands if it does go that way. But I don't know, man. Like, I hope for the band's sake it's gonna go well. I do, because like, bands don't deserve that kind of bullshit.
I want to hit this comment from Technofrost. He said, so I'm about halfway through the tour dates now, and for most of the bands, this festival's at the end of the tour. That is what I've seen too so far. So I mean that's good. I guess it sounds like they were able to plan it around for the most part. I still think like for a band that's not from this country, that's going to be difficult to do. But I've already made my point about that.
Yeah, no,
yes, HBO documentary needs to happen.
It really does. It really does. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump in here and do this giveaway. I think we've said our piece on that. Really, this is gonna be one of those things where it's kind of the Blue Ridge Fuck Fest, where we're gonna have to really just kind of be watching and waiting.
It's gonna be an ongoing topic.
Yeah. So if you're able to catch us live, definitely do so, because we will probably be talking about this weekly. I feel like this is gonna be a thing where like weekly information is gonna pop off. Almost gonna turn into a fucking segment of the show at this point. Breaking news. Breaking news. But no, we're gonna try and keep our ears to it and see what happens. And again, let's see. Hopefully something positive comes from this.
Why is there so much drama in the music scene right now, Joe?
Fucking really though, like it's so stupid, man.
Yo, Techno Frost is putting in work for us.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. He wants that t-shirt though. All right, so it is currently 9:46 p.m. Central Standard. I'm gonna give you all 2 minutes to go ahead and jump on this exclamation point giveaway. If you want in on the giveaway, make sure to do so. If you want in on the t-shirt, we are giving away a Get Low t-shirt for hitting the big 100 followers. And also, if you have any friends who want to jump in and have some fun, we have 15 viewers right now. So if you have not hit the follow button, hit the follow button. Please, by all means. And
we have another giveaway coming for those new that just joined us.
Yes, we do have 2 giveaways tonight. We have this one and we have one that's going to be happening in the back half of the show. So please, by all means, stick around for that. I'm going to make a comment to this based on what Batgirl Sky just said. The amount of festivals dropping right now is ridiculous. So there's 2 sides of that coin. One, I think that the good festivals, the ones that actually know what they're doing, they're dropping because of all the COVID stuff. I mean, we know that's happening. They're dropping because a lot of these bands don't want to go out on the road. Like, when the COVID starts popping off again, it just happens. But you have a whole lot of people. Yes, I will hydrate. Thank you. You have a whole lot of people out there, promoters and bands alike, who don't give a shit anymore. And they're just ready to get back on the road. They're going to mask up. They're going to socially distance, whatever they need to do. But I mean, it's pretty divided right now on where you really stand with this kind of stuff. Because
who knows? The people that work in the music industry, they're not the same people that are out there like, oh, COVID's not real. If you get the vaccine, if you give the vaccine to your kid, it's child abuse. That's not these people. These people are just coming off of a stint where they were making no fucking money. These people are desperate. Some of them, these people, in their heads, they need this, right? Like it's a whole different side of this. And then you even have bands that are like, look, I get COVID is real, but if y'all want us to be able to not go bankrupt, we have to tour.
Correct.
You can't in my opinion, you can't give someone shit for that.
All right, everybody. I know we're gonna be a couple seconds ahead of everyone, but I'll go silent for a moment. Exclamation point giveaway. If you want in on the first giveaway for the t-shirt, make sure to get it in right now. You have 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so I don't see any new ones coming in. Not a problem. We're gonna go ahead and roll this thing. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first t-shirt giveaway tonight for hitting 100 followers is No Shit. I tell y'all right now, this is how you know it pays off when this woman puts in hella work for this show and so much love for the Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Batgirl Sky.
Hey.
So Batgirl Sky, I believe I have your information from the last giveaway for the Thick Cuts t-shirt. So I'll go ahead and be sending you your Get Low t-shirt as well. Congratulations yet again. Congratulations. W's in chat for her. So we're gonna go ahead and start the second giveaway right now. So I'm gonna reset this. Let me see. Make
We're
sure.
gonna make it explanation point ginger ale.
God no. Why would we do that? Why would we do that?
Because we're
16
goofy.
viewers right now. 16 viewers. Hey, what up, player? Yes, it is Mikey himself. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Welcome. You tuned in just in time for the next giveaway for the Get Low t-shirt. So, make sure to get you on that. I'm gonna make a list real quick of the winners tonight. Starting with Miss Batgirl Sky. Where is my notepad? Where the hell is my notepad? There it is.
Joe starts to panic.
Dear God.
I haven't slept in 8 days. Where's this goddamn notepad?
Let's see. Batgirl Sky.
Had
All
to
right.
wait for the girlfriend to go to sleep. Yeah, I feel you, bro.
That's fair.
Explanation point ginger lebby. Wait, what? Ginger ale BB. Okay, got it.
Jesus Christ. All right. So I'm going to
The
reset
people
this.
have spoken.
Reset eligibility. Awesome. All right. Batgirl Sky is out on this one. Dope. Let me do this. Just because you said it. All right. Ladies and gentle dudes. Exclamation point ginger ale. GINGERALE. Exclamation point ginger ale. If you want it on the second giveaway tonight, the second one, we'll make sure to go ahead and get that in there. So go ahead and type that into the chat if you'd like to enter in to the second giveaway. And yes, if you entered in the first one, you do need to put it in for the second one. So go ahead and do that. We have 2 in now. Let's see. We have Slipknot. There we go. Yes. So go ahead and make sure to put that in there. If you'd like to enter into the second one, you do have to enter in again. Geiger rail. What is this? But make sure to input exclamation point ginger ale for your chance at winning the second t-shirt. We will be doing that in just a bit. So the second thing we wanted to talk about this lovely evening, Aaron, you had something keyed up that you wanted to talk about.
Yes, sir. And
Yes.
it's actually another update from last week.
That is correct.
I haven't even told you what it is, but you must know.
Didn't you talk about it before the show? You hinted at it.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. So Every Time I Die broke up. We all cried. We all had our moment. And we mentioned during that conversation that Under Oath had to announce new supporting acts.
That's correct.
As they
And they
were
did.
the main, and they did. So Joe, we got, instead of one new band, we got 2. Bad Omens and Stray from the Path. So now you have.
Hey, hang on real quick. Mr. Mikey himself with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Invite your friends, tell them to follow the show. We're going to be pushing for 150 followers by the end of the month. I think we can do it. We hit 108 days. I think we can hit 150 by the end of the month. What do y'all think? Doable? I think it's doable. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So now the lineup for the new Under Oath album tour is Stray from the Path opening, Bad Omens, Spirit Box has been upgraded to direct support for Under Oath.
Which I feel like they should be anyways.
Oh, I felt like that before Every Time I Die broke up.
Yeah. I mean, like, Spirit Box, while not my cup of tea, is definitely crushing it worldwide right now.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no doubt about it. So if they're not
You can
headlining
tell
the tour,
me-
go ahead.
I would say you can tell me you don't like Spirit Box, but you appreciate what they've done.
Oh,
I'd
absolutely.
shake your hand. That is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Without question. Yes. I feel like if they aren't headlining a tour, they need to be direct support regardless.
And that's insane for how early in their career they are that we're saying that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, it's fantastic for them. Like, kudos to them for pulling that off. Like that's oftentimes unheard of. But I mean, we can at least admit the fact on this that we were wrong.
Very.
Yeah, we were wrong. But that still doesn't take away from the salt on the wound of freaking, man, every time I die. That sucks.
Yeah. And also just saying, Bad Omens is fantastic. I actually, for all those in our Discord, I dropped a couple songs by them in the Discord for y'all to check out if you haven't heard of them. And I also had like a little call to arms. Do we have any Stray from the Path fans in the chat? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I had never listened to them until like yesterday, and I didn't like them.
Stray from the Path?
So, yeah.
Oh, I love them. I think they're great.
Really? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
They're not my cup of tea, as you said about Spirit Box. Like I'm fine with them being on the tour. I just don't know anything about them. And the song I heard from them, it wasn't my thing. It sounded very hardcore.
Well, yeah.
Very what's that band called? Arf.
Knocked Loose.
Knocked Loose. It sounded very Knocked Loose, and I'm not a fan of that sound.
I wouldn't say that, but that's just me. I mean, but that's also someone who's listened to them. I think it's fair to say. Yeah, I think it's fair to say in situations like this where, how do you say this? I think it's fair to say that in situations like this, when it's a band that you don't listen to religiously, or one that you at least enjoy, it's very easy to make a notion of saying like, oh, they sound like this other band over here that's similar but not direct, if that makes sense. Like, I could see that for sure. That's like the generalization saying like all modern country sounds the same. It does. But
you mentioned that we were wrong. We were actually right about something.
What were we right about?
So remember how I told you they were doing the old and the new supporting, with Every Time I Die being the old, Spirit Box being the new?
Yeah.
They literally just did that again. They did Stray from the Path, who's been around forever. Maybe not forever, but they've been around a long time.
They have been around a long time, yes.
And Bad Omens, who is relatively new, like 2016, 2017, I believe, for Bad Omens. They're at least, Bad Omens has become relevant in the last few years.
When did Bad Omens get relevant? Hang on, or at least come out as a big time. Let me see. Bad Omens.
It was their song Limits, or I think was their big single.
2016. No, their big song I thought was The Worst of Me.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, when did that come out?
Yeah, that came out in 2016.
Okay, and then
2015 is when they started making noise. Okay, so 2015 is when they started getting up there. 2016 is when their album dropped. They were probably going like on a hype up for their album release, but Bad Omens has been around since 2015 . So
maybe not as new as Spirit Box, but still, like, you got a big difference there.
Well, I mean, how long has Spirit Box been doing this? Let me see. Spirit Box.
Well, okay, they've been doing it a little longer, but they became relevant last year.
Relevant in the States. No, their only big time album is 2021 Eternal Blue.
Oh, that's right. That they released an EP first, didn't they?
Yes, they released EPs prior to that. The self-titled EP was in 2017, Singles Collection 2019, Rule of Nines was in 2019, Blessed Be 2020, Holy Roller 2020, Holy Roller featuring Rio was in 2020, which badass vocalist there, and then they of course it goes on and on and on, but yeah, I mean they've been around since 2017. They just didn't get pop off in they just didn't pop off until what, last year before?
Yeah, they started releasing singles for Eternal Blue. It was when that the song with Ryo came out first, before it had Ryo on it. That's when
Is that how you pronounce his name? Ryo?
I think it's Ryo, yeah. Or Rio. It's either Rio or Ryo. My apologies if I got it wrong.
I think I might have got it wrong too. Apologies if we did.
NASA, how do you say that name? I don't want to offend anyone. NASA Cerular? I'm horrible at names, by the way.
Nazareller?
Nazarellers that I've known Noah for a hot minute. He is from Lynchburg. Oh, and Noah's the singer for Bad Omens, correct? I believe so.
Yes, I think so.
I did not know that. That is very interesting. Tell him to come and play a local.
Didn't he grow up in Richmond? Like he used to hang out in Lynchburg all the time.
Yeah, he said, yeah, that's him. Okay.
Yeah. I thought so. I knew he grew up in Richmond. I knew he was from Richmond, but he hung out in the scene a lot. He was all over Virginia a lot.
Yes, he was from the band. Yeah,
we know Crystal Lake. Yeah, Crystal Lake is the shit.
Metalcore vocalist out right now. Hot take.
That's right. He did used to hang with Brandy and Evan. Ah, shit. That's right. Oh, damn. That throws it back, bro. Holy shit. That throws it back. Oh my God. Oh.
So is he a part of the local Richmond, Lynchburg, Charlottesville scene?
Yes.
Okay.
This was back in the Courage to Care days. I don't know if you remember that booking agent, the Courage to Care days.
Drowsy Poet shows. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So did Noah play at Drowsy Poet or the local venues?
Who did he play with before Bad Omens? He was with somebody before Bad Omens. Because that band broke up and he went and I'm pretty sure he tried out for Bad Omens. Like he tried out for the band. The good old days, that's right. He was in She-Wolf. That's right. He was in She-Wolf. Holy shit. Okay. So yes, the She-Wolf days. Okay. Dude, that's throwing it way back. So for those of y'all who don't know, we're talking like vintage Lynchburg, Virginia, like Central Virginia metalcore scene, like hardcore scene back in the day. We're talking like Fro Joe days is what we're talking here. Like Aaron was still like shitting his Pampers. Like that's how old we're talking here. Like we're
all right, Ronnie Radke, shut the fuck up.
But like we're talking way back. Yeah, back in the Chapel of Ruin days. Anybody remember that name? Gary. Like we're talking years, bro. Drowsy Poet with Lionheart, the Contortionist, Volumes, and a Plea for Purging. Dude, that was so
wait. Volumes and a Plea for Purging played at the Drowsy Poet?
Yes, I booked that show. I got that tour in town. Yes. It was Arsonist, Get All the Girls, the Contortionist, Volumes, a Plea for Purging, and Lionheart. And I remember because the girlfriend from the guitarist of Lionheart took her wig off and was about to beat somebody's ass in Drowsy Poet. And they all said, nah, take it out to the parking lot. We'll bet on it. I remember that show. That shit was lit. Oh my God. That show was dope back in the day, bro.
You want to know a fun fact?
What?
The wife, or I think they both owned it. The wife that owned Drowsy Poet is my wedding coordinator.
Oh, Nathan's wife?
Yeah, Shawnee.
Yeah. See, Small World. I know her.
Yeah.
Gary's like, yo, stop. Yo, y'all want to know something? Chapel of Ruin making a comeback 2022. Chapel of Ruin. What up? That if you can find that band, then also look up Blood Before Dawn and you'll see old Joe and Gary days, and those were rough.
Yo, if anyone still has Noah's contact info, let him know that we want him on the show.
Honestly, that'd be lit. I think he'd have a lot of fun on here.
I think he'd have fun reminiscing.
Yeah, I just want to say that too. That would be a blast. Like if we could have him on here and just reminisce about old show days, bro, the old hardcore days of Lynchburg. And we're talking back in the days of like Gomorrah, Forerunner, Dismembering Nightmare. Like, oh my God, we're talking back in those. Even before that, actually. Now I'm thinking about it, because She-Wolf. Well, no, actually, She-Wolf's around the same time, maybe shortly after, because Gomorrah and Dismembering Nightmare had their like late 2000s, early. Yes, shoot him a Facebook DM right now.
Dude, I'm no shit.
You did not post the GameStop show. You did not post the GameStop show in that chat, sir. Do not do that. Do not do that.
What? GameStop show?
Oh, that's a story, bro. Sam, where you at, buddy? Oh, Mikey, you're a legend, bro. You're a legend. Oh my God. If that happens, dude, that'd be sick. Chat, can we get some W spam if y'all would like to see him on the show? Can we get some W spam? Like,
y'all want Bad Omens on this motherfucking show? Like, we will do it.
Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Hey, Nath, how'd you say his name?
I want to hear you try.
Oh, God damn it.
I've said his actual name multiple times too.
I know. I don't remember. If you want to shoot me a DM, I'll if he responds to you, I'll give you my contact info to give him.
Yeah, those are the days.
And I'm sorry I keep butchering your name.
I'm sitting back here, man, just like I'm in nostalgia land right now. That's whoo.
You know, I never caught a Drowsy Poet show.
Does anybody remember the Brawl of Crosspoint?
Oh, I was around for Crosspoint shows. Holy shit.
Oh my God. I remember the Brawl, bro. I'm not going to drop names. That shit was wild. Oh my God. Jesus. Sam, God mod, calm it down, sir. Calm down. 600 seconds. Chill out.
No, that was back in the Blood of the Martyrs days and stuff with fucking Crosspoint. Oh my God.
Back when Chad Daniels went from playing for Forerunner to booking shows at a church. Yeah.
Dude, those Crosspoint shows hit different.
Oh my God, dude. This has suddenly turned into a reminiscing time, but my God, like the classic days of the Lynchburg scene were just fucking insane. As a matter of fact, I'll say this. As a matter of fact, I think back to these days too. Mikey, hang on. Does anyone remember my old bands, The Waking Hour and Last Seconds Alive? Yes, we do. I remember days where we would go play shows in like wherever in Virginia, and then somehow end up back at Mikey's house, just slinging drinks back and playing video games and just being stupid. Suggested. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Let's. So a poll has been suggested in the chat from 176 Corleone. Sam has too much power. Yes or yes.
Here's the thing about Sam. Sam has control over all of us. This is not Joe and I's show. This is his show.
Yeah, we're help.
Like,
help.
Like we are risking our lives just telling you this right now.
This
all of a sudden my computer's just gonna go black.
He's already wired into it.
He's actually right here.
Just see, just a hand comes in the frame like.
Anyway,
yeah, dude. But I remember those days, man. Those days back in the Lynchburg scene were absolutely nutty, bro. Because
I gotta tell a quick story about Crosspoint when you're done.
Yeah, no, like it was so like I just think back to those days where like the funny part was, so I got involved in this scene. This episode has suddenly turned into nostalgia, and I'm totally for it. But execute order 60. Execute order 66. But I remember back in the day, like I got into the scene like late 2008, early 2009. And I would go to shows, and if I couldn't go to shows, I would like catch the music of those bands. Like I started getting into it. And then 2010 is when I really ramped into it, because like that's when just shit was popping off for the scene as far as like who was on the rise and who was already at the top. You had like Dismembering Nightmare, Gomorrah, Forerunner, all these other bands out there who were playing the big time at the time. And then you had these other bands, like these little rinky-dink metal bands like Chapel of Ruin and Blood Before Dawn. And they were creeping up. And this was at a time when Lynchburg scene, like, and I don't know if for all of you who are watching around the nation and around the world, and for all of you listening right now, I don't know if your local metal scene was like this, but it was a fucking turf war back in 2010, 2011. Like we're talking over a decade ago, blood was fucking spilled. And I mean legitimate fucking blood was spilled.
And 90% of the bands were Christian in this scene too.
Yes. That's the part that you... Like we're talking religious bands who are preaching like God loves you and God cares for you and pray, you know, I'm praying for you and Jesus saves, and then gets off the seat, like gets off the stage, put loads of gear up, and then starts swinging fists. Like it was a turf war, bro. That's what I'm talking about. The Brawl of Crosspoint, that shit was fucking nutty. Like, and the thing is, like when you look back on those days, bro, like that, like if you played in a band in either side, like you didn't expect anybody from that other side to be like, what up, baby? Like, you know, all cool and shit. Like I remember there was a show that came to town. It was My Children, My Bride and Impending Doom.
I remember that actually.
And Honor Crest was playing on it at the time as well. For those of you who know Honor Crest, my band Blood Before Dawn and the other band Last Seconds Alive, this was pre-Mikey. were playing as the local like openers. And so it was either one was opening and one was playing second slot, or vice versa. You know, like we were either playing open or we were playing second slot. It did like, but the only way to determine that was ticket sales, pre-sales of the door, which by the way, that's a whole different conversation we're going to get into one day. We're going to talk about that. If you're in an up and coming band, we're going to talk about pre-sales. We're going to talk about all the shit and the grind you got to go through, because that's some shit we can get into.
Y'all remember 90.9 The Lights Saturday Night Rock Show, where they played all the Christian metal?
Dude, those were the days, bro. But like to bring this story to a small close. Yes, I remember when Attila played the skate park. Yes, I remember that. So to bring the story together, we were a metal band. Air quotes for those of you listening. I'm doing air quotes. Metal band. Last Seconds Alive was like a deathcore prog style band when they first started. And when we got into it for the ticket sales, like it came down to us basically paying out of pocket to play this show. Like we were shoveling money into the hand of the person handing the tickets in, or the ticket sales in, saying like, here, let's hope it's enough. Gent. It wasn't Gent until later on. Don't even start with me, Mikey. We both know this. The Gent side of that came like a few months later or a year later. But I remember we ended up getting more pre-sales, quote unquote, sold. And no, Chris would say thal. If we're being honest here, all he uses the term thal. He could literally say a whole sentence, be like thal, and you'd answer saying, dude, oh, absolutely, it is sunny today. You're exactly right.
Wait, did the local scene get their dicks in a knot when bands change their sounds like they do on the commercial scale?
Kind of. It depends on if your band was relevant. We'll get to that. When we played, this is how the turf war ended up. Mind you, this church that we were playing in, the room was full of people. When Last Seconds Alive opened, you couldn't see the floor. The floor was full. When we went on after them, there was this massive gap, this hole in the floor. All you saw was open floor. A couple people at the stage headbanging to us, and then half the crowd was outside. That's how much of a turf war it was, because if you didn't play their style, they didn't give a fat fuck about you. And then like 2012, 2013 rolled around, and somehow it was like olive branch, yay, we're friends. And like that was just how it went down. And everyone was happy. And then suddenly everyone started supporting. So if you're in the local scene of Lynchburg, because I don't live there anymore, so I don't know what it's like, but if you're in the local scene of Lynchburg and how it was when I left, all that positivity in the air and all that love and support, you don't remember the days of the war. You don't remember the days where blood was spilled and money was shed and people would fight, literally fist fight for places on shows. But I would never change a fucking second of it.
See, here's the thing. I started attending shows in 2012 in Lynchburg. So I had a completely different idea of what the scene was than you just told me. And I'm like, but one thing I do remember, and maybe you can tell me a little bit about this, shed some light, if you will. I remember when I went to see O Sleeper and Blood of the Martyrs at Crosspoint. And that entire show, they had people with 666 written on their foreheads protesting the damn church show.
Yep.
And my mom pulls up to drop her 12-year-old at this Christian concert, and I got grounded for a fucking week. So what was up with that? When were we protesting Christian metal? Because I was too young to really.
It was the turf war, baby.
So that was still part of it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there were a couple times where like Christian bands would come to town. Like I remember when War of Ages came to town. Holy shit. I was also a band I'd love to have on the show. I would love to have those boys on the show because they're great dudes. I mean, I used to hang out with them on the road all the time and we would link up at shows, but like they are awesome and they put on a hell of a show. But there were some Christian bands that came to town that some people were like, fuck that. Like, and they would just.
I love War of Ages.
War of Ages is great. I will say this. There's one Christian band that came to town that's absolute ass. Living Sacrifice. Don't at me. Name drop, mic drop. So that's a story I'll tell later. But dude, like and as Mikey just said, the Stillborn Poet JBTS days, those were the days of positivity. Those are the chat. We have 13 people in chat right now. We're gonna do the giveaway in just a second. Would y'all like me to tell the story of the Stillborn Poet Just Beneath the Surface days where Sam, our moderator here, had a drunk moment? Mikey and I had a drunk moment. And it was all just absolute fun and chaos. Would y'all like to hear that story?
Sam doesn't get a say in this, by the way. This is one point where we're taking the power back from the machines.
Yeah, this is our time, Sam. This is us. Bootleggers in the streets, boys. That's right. Okay, so if y'all would like to hear this, story, I'll go ahead and tell it. I feel as though the listeners haven't gotten a good story time in a long time.
Do you want to do the giveaway first and give people 2 minutes to get in their last?
Let me see who we have active. As far as people in right now, I mean, hey, if you want to enter the giveaway and you are trying to get on this last little bit, go ahead and put !ginger ale. That's right, !ginger ale in the chat, and we will go ahead and make sure you get in. We'll pull it in about 5 minutes. So
Sam got fucked up.
So I'll tell you both sides of the story real quick. So we went on this little week run, and it was interesting because we had planned all this out. Just Beneath the Surface was basically dying at the time. This is an old metal band that Sam and I were in together. So they were dying at the time. Though that band was just, on the way out. And then the Stillborn Poet, which was Mikey's band, was, on the rise. They were, heavy hitters. Silly String in the Hotels. There's a whole video floating around on YouTube somewhere of like a tour blog, or tour vlog, I should say, of like the entirety from beginning to end of the tour. But so I think it was just the second night. I think this was the second night that we had on tour. Sam got hammered. I didn't realize how much this man had been drinking. But this man gets hammered. I mean, he's slinging beers back left and right. And there's a video performance out there of Just Beneath the Surface playing at a place called Toppers. If you want to try and find it, good luck. But this particular night, you could even see in the video while we were playing our show that Sam was fucked. He was hammered. Well, after the show, we had to load all of our stuff up into the van. And we were all sharing a van, thanks to Mikey. It was Mikey's van, Mikey's trailer, and we were loading all of our gear, both bands worth of gear, into this van to hit the road the next day. And so all of us were piling into this van the next day. Sam somehow magically gets the keys.
Oh, God.
And I come out because I'm helping handle the business at Toppers. I was handling the door and everything. So I make sure, the venue got paid and everything was good. For those of you listening, Sam put in the chat, hey, I got that shit where it needed to go. That's a fair statement. But we get everything squared up with the venue. I come outside and Sam is backing this trailer up the hill and doesn't realize that the hill has a little ditch in it going up. And this motherfucker gooses it. I'm talking whop, and when he does, we hear the trailer hitch. I'm talking that bitch raised up the back of the van and off the ground and skid up the hill. And we thought he was about to put the trailer through the building, bro. We were all like, get the fuck out of the van. And he gets out. This motherfucker gets out with a swagger like this. I'm talking and walks out of the van and just looks over at us and goes, got it where it's supposed to go, didn't I? And just moseys on back inside to have another beer. And we're all over here what the fuck? Who gave him the keys? That was his drunk moment.
Bot Sam says, to be fair, I probably would have done that sober.
That's a fair statement. That is a fair statement.
And the trailer hitch was a worthy sacrifice.
So the next day, after a majority of the other members in the band that night got drunk as well, Mikey and I, who were the of sound mind and body ones, were like, you know what? We're in a completely different state. Fuck it. We're getting drunk this time. So we decide, Mikey stops at the gas station and buys some bootleggers. For those who don't know what bootleggers are, it's glass bottles full of colorful alcohol. Buys these bootleggers and says, if we're going to start the night right, we're going to start the night right. So we go in this alleyway and do what we call the bro chug and just crack them open and sling them back and then slam the bottles down the alleyway. Then we get inside. Remember the bird exploding going down the highway at 70 miles per hour? I do remember that. But we go inside and we start loading gear in. And the bartender, Sissy, she was phenomenal. Phenomenal woman. Absolute angel to this planet. She finds out that Mikey and I are, that's right. He fell over his bass cab. He was so drunk playing his set. She finds out that we're in the bands. And she goes, oh, well, here you go then. Because we walked up to the bar to get beer. And she goes, oh, no, here you go. And sits 2 beers in front of us. We're like, what? She comped mine and Mikey's beers for the night. So when she comped our beer, we're like, let's tear it up. I forgot that I had brought a Tweety Bird beanie with like yellow strings hanging down. I wore that while pitting. And we just kept drinking and drinking and drinking. It got to a point where we were so drunk that because JBTS played before the Stillborn Poet that night. When I went up on stage with the guys, I was one of the side vocalists. And at one point in the set, Tyler, who was our vocalist, was like, yo, what up, guys? We're just beneath the surface. Thank you so much for coming out the show. And I grabbed the microphone. I was like, yeah, thank y'all so much, y'all. What up, y'all? I want to give a shout out to the first band who played tonight. I don't remember their name, but hey, y'all did great. Someone from the crowd reminds me that just a little bit before we started playing, I went and bought one of their t-shirts and was wearing it. So my dumb ass, my drunk ass goes, huh? Yeah, I don't know how to read upside down. What does it say? And at that moment, I heard Sam and Tyler both go, cut his fucking mic. And that was it. And I was done for. I don't think I sobered up for at least a few hours later. Mikey, like he said in the chat, his drunk ass, he was so drunk he tripped over his fucking bass cab. Like it was a shit show and it was fucking legendary. And then the next day we ended up being stuck in DC because we were supposed to go see a show that day. And ended up somehow, I think all of us just ended up staying in a hotel and got into a silly string war. It was crazy. Like I said, there's a tour vlog out there somewhere. Remember the big ass dildo? The big ass dildo. Oh yeah, the fucking hammer cock. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So yeah, there's a picture somewhere. We might have to post it on Twitter for y'all to see it. But there's a picture of all the bands posing together, and someone's holding this massive, I'm talking like 2 foot long cock. But yeah, so that was tour days for Just Beneath the Surface and Stillborn Poet. R.I.P. to both.
What a cool band name, the Stillborn Poet.
I agree.
That is a really cool band name.
That's exactly right. Like I fully agree. I also still have their EP sitting over there on my shelf. Let's check it out.
Did y'all ever go see?
I may or may not have guessed it on one of those tracks.
Did y'all ever go see To Speak of Wolves when they were in Lynchburg?
Absolutely.
That's Spencer Chamberlain from Under Oath's brother on drums, I think.
I believe so. Hang on, I wonder here.
Local Lynchburg shows were so cool, man. Dapper Dan's was like the last era.
I don't know if we would get DMAC'd for it. Mikey, would you give me approval to play? I can't. I don't have a scene set up for it. I want to play this song so bad right now. I'm going to listen to it after the show. City of the Dead. The Stillborn Poet, City of the Dead. If you want to hear an amazing piece of artwork by an amazing band with yours truly guest vocals on it, Go check it out. City of the Dead, Stillborn Poet. There you go. But back to you, Aaron.
Oh no, I was just saying, dude, like local Lynchburg shows were so cool. And I think Dapper Dan's was kind of like the last era of that type of that vibe. And even Dapper Dan's was a very grown version of that scene.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But like Crosspoint, and then what was the other church that always had metal shows by Heritage? The Little Church by Heritage Baptist Church. That had like all the like Oh Sleeper and To Speak of Wolves, they both played there. I believe that War of Ages played there, and I believe that Wolves at the Gate played there.
Where was this?
It was at a little church by Heritage Baptist Church. You know the big church that's on 221 right across from the new Sheets? There's a little church down in there where I saw Oh Sleeper and War of Ages at.
Oh, yes.
What the hell was the name of that place?
I don't remember the name of it. I know exactly where you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it.
Because they didn't do shows as consistently as Crosspoint did, but they had shows every once in a while.
Yeah, this is true. I don't.
Someone drop it in the chat if they know, because that's gonna bug me. But am I crazy, or did all the little churches stop doing metal shows all around the same time?
Yeah, basically, because all of them, like, that was something that happened to us, was essentially, well, I can't go into detail about what happened to the venue I was running, but Building D was at a church called Tree of Life, and something very bad happened that caused us to get shut down. They were basically trying to shut us down the entire time because they didn't believe metal music could be Christian. And
you also had those people.
Huh?
You also had those people in Lynchburg.
Correct. And so they were just waiting for a reason to shut us down. And then when this information that happened got leaked, they shut us down for good. So, yo, big shout out, Robot ZYY. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. On the way up to 150. Still think we can hit 150 by the end of the month. I think we can do it. The Stillborn Poet. I'm just curious if I can get this set up correctly, or at least set up a scene. I'll do it for y'all. The Stillborn Poet, City of the Dead.
I'm gonna try and see if I can find that Oh Sleeper show and what church it was at.
Oh, shitty McGillicuddy. It's here. I found it. So, Mikey, I'm gonna need your approval on this. I need you to just go on and forward me over a message saying I give you full approval to play the song on stream. But I'll go ahead and do it right now. Robot, what's up? What's up? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. If you'd like to get in on the giveaway, we're gonna go and do that real quick, and then we're gonna play this jam. Exclamation point ginger ale. Don't ask questions, just do it. Exclamation point ginger ale. If you'd like to get in on that, we're gonna do that here in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. All the names are in. Let me go and get these all squared away. Bloop. And bloop. All right. Out. All right. You're out. All right. We just about got it. Let's see here. All right, we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to decide on who gets the second and final giveaway of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the wheel is spun. All picks are in. And the winner is... It definitely pays to help take care of a show. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is DR417EW Drew himself. Congratulations. Congrats. You just won yourself a Get Low t-shirt. Send me your information, sir, so we can get that shipped over to you. And thank you to everyone who participated this evening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to impromptu set up a scene for y'all to watch this. We're not even going to be talking during it. So stick around for a second. I'm going to do this, full screen that, add a new scene, music. And we're going to go on and get that squared away. Y'all hang out right here. We will be back in just a moment. This is thanks to Mikey from the owner of this music, Twitch. Don't even play that game with me. Thanks to Mikey himself. This is his band, the Stillborn Poet. We have some music for the night. So everybody claps, claps, claps in the chat. Let me see some thick emotes in the chat. Everybody, this is the Stillborn Poet. The song is City of the Dead featuring yours truly. See if you can pick me out. See if you can find me. All right. All right then. Whew, man, that was throwing it back. That was throwing it way back. Oh my goodness.
God, those riffs sound so like early 2000s.
They do,
I loved
bro.
it.
I
love
it.
it so much.
If that didn't teleport you back, there's a problem. Oh my god, that was fun. That was nice.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like Dogs Can Grow Beards All Over by the Devil Wears Prada, their first album, with the really, really nice hot like cleans and then the brutal screams over that chug riff.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, I figured out where that venue was.
Where?
So when the tour was first announced, it was O Sleeper and Rival Choir. If anyone remembers
Oh
that
my
band.
god. You were talking about throwing it back.
It was at It first was announced to be played at Iron and Blood Barbell was the name of the venue, and then it was changed later due to ticket sales, and it was then announced at Lynchburg Church of God.
Nice.
Also, I found a show that you played with O Sleeper, sir, when I was looking for this.
You mean when I played backup vocals for Beyonce?
Yeah. The LaHaye event space at Liberty.
Yeah. Beyonce played at Liberty, right?
I think so. She like God, didn't she?
That's something like that. Well, sir, I think it's time for us to wrap this bad boy up.
By the way, those songs that you sent in the Discord, Slipknot, I forget what your
Oh, yes. No, we need to talk about those real quick. Slipknot, if you're still here, we're going to talk about those.
Slipknot 820.
Yeah, so the two songs that were actually sent in by Slipknot 820 were Metal Cruelty. The song is Topic, and or is it Death Worship? I know the other one was Darko with the song Insects.
Dude, I love Darko.
So I'm going to tell you this. My favorite of the two was Insects. Oh my God, it was brutal. Like I don't understand. We're going to talk about this before we go. I don't understand how, let me formulate a thought. I had a thought when I was listening to it, and that was, you have bands who kind of like replicate that which happened before. Mm-hmm. And it you then get a replication of a replication, and then a replication of a replication of a replication, so on and so forth. The chain grows and grows. This band, Darko, somehow chopped that chain and said, nah, we are establishing ourselves as what we know we can be. The song is called Insects. Go listen to it. It is in our Discord. It's in the music suggestions in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, jump in there for sure. But my good gracious, this is, I mean, like it was so heavy. I was literally sitting here. I remember it was right after stream. Slipknot 820 dropped it in there, and he told me, he said, check it out. Check it out when you're done. Like, check it out after the stream, listen to it. And so it was late, and I just kind of sat back. And as soon as the riff hit, I just went, excuse me? Like, I was not prepared for what was about to hit. And it was brutal, dude. It was absolutely brutal. Did you get a chance to listen to it?
I did. And I've actually known Darko for a while. Now, as the listeners of the show know, maybe not y'all watching live right now, but I'm not a huge deathcore fan. But, Darko is incredible. And, let's talk about the fucking lineup of this band for a second. Are you aware of who it consists of?
No.
Darko consists of Tom Barber from Chelsea Grin and Josh Miller from Amur.
Yes. Slipknot was telling me about that. Slipknot 820 was telling me about that. The member of Chelsea Grin was in there, but I did not know. What's his name from Amur?
Josh Miller.
I did not know that was him in there. That's insane.
I knew they were like a super group, but until I read it just now on Caliber TV is the one who posted this live in studio that he sent us in the Discord.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that that was in here. But yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, I don't like deathcore, but I like Darko. I think Darko's really cool, and I think that they fucking take the axe right to your head.
Oh yeah. Song. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's established levels of heavy, like when you really listen to songs like that, like when, for instance, when Will Ramos let the world hear his vocals and his goblin growls for the first time, the world went,
he sold his soul to Satan.
Yeah, the world went, this is where hell opens up, and we're literally going to fall in the pit of fire. Like, we know this is going to happen. Then I was introduced to that, and I went, okay. So now not only have we fallen in the pit of fire, but this is where my scrotum is being dragged by chains through the paths of the fire by demons. Like that, it was brutal. And I just like, what's next? Like when you write something that heavy, what's next? How do you go heavier? How do you push the envelope? Like, I feel like at some point you're going to reach that pivotal peak, but how do you push the envelope? You know?
Yeah.
I just don't, I love it. And that's also saying, again, shout out to Slipknot 820, mad shout out. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for being in the Discord. Thank you for being a part of the community. Thank you for the recommendation, because my God, it was brutal.
Yeah. If y'all haven't heard of so some bands we talked about today, if y'all haven't heard of Darko, and if you haven't heard of Bad Omens, that's another one that you might want to listen to. And in our Discord, you know, I keep up with this stuff. So people in our Discord can send music recommendations, and I can send music recommendations as well as Joe. So if you're interested in what we're talking about listening to, you can always check them out there, our official suggestions.
Yes. But we are going to go on and head out. Thoughts on the other guys? Like I said earlier, I would say they were great. They were dope. Darko killed it though. With the two songs you posted, Darko killed it.
I was gonna say, listening to Darko last really overshadowed Death Worship, but I did think it was good.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that for sure. But again, make sure to drop all your suggestions in the music suggestion box over there on the Discord. We do listen to those things. We do check them out. I mean, as a matter of fact, I think the first night I was streaming here on the channel, Iris actually dropped some music in there. I think it was in, let me see. She dropped it in the Get Low Universe section of that, of her band. No, actually it was in music suggestions. Never mind. Well, actually I take that back. It was somewhere, Creator Corner, maybe. Oh, Show Off Your Band. There it is. Her band, Spoil Engine. She actually posted in there for that, and they're dope. So like, even if you have a band and you want us to hear it, or you have some bands that you've heard that you want us to hear, drop them in there and we would love to check them out. I have no
as
doubt.
well as play them on the show, as long as we get permission from you guys. Twitch, we have permission.
Yes, Twitch, we do have permission. We literally, you go look at the chat log. The man right there owns the music. He even said openly, "Hey, go ahead and play it." So, and I'll make sure to get written
thanks
confirmation.
for playing my old garbage or whatever he said.
Yes. So we'll make sure to have written confirmation for you to come after us with that. But stick around. We are going to hit a raid real quick. I do want to raid a good buddy. So get your thick emotes ready, or get your emotes ready of whichever ones you have. We're going to go raid a good buddy, Decent. His birthday was yesterday, and he also just hit 600 followers. So we're going to go show him some love real quick. So stick around for that. But as always, if you have any suggestions and you're just listening to us, you can always check us out on Spotify, iTunes, or Anchor at anchor.fm/getlowpodcast. You can also reach us on Twitter. Where, Aaron?
Yeah, you can shit talk me on Twitter at get_low_pod.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. And as always, you know good and well, you love us here. You love seeing us. We will catch you the next time. I'm Joe.
I'm AA Ron.
And as always, get low.